Okay, this video is for Module 3, and we're going to talk about commonly missed problems from Exam 2. And in this module, you're going to encounter order of operations, the quadratic function, and other functions, and also linear equations and graphs. So let's get started with order of operations. And in this example, it's about exponential growth. And so the question is, how much bacteria after 4 days? And so we have a certain amount of bacteria, in this case 2,000. This is the growth rate, and this is an exponent. Okay, it's growing at an exponential rate. And so we want to go ahead and evaluate x equals 4 days. And so we're just going to replace the x with 4. Okay, and so order of operations, there's 4 orders. And so you have parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, and then you have addition and subtraction. And so some people want to multiply 2003 and then raise it to the 4th power. However, you want to do exponents before you do multiplication. So what we're going to do is take our calculator and do 3 to the 4th. So that's going to be, we're going to do that first, and that's going to be 81. And then we're going to multiply 2,000 times 81 and get 162,000 bacteria. So let's take a look at quadratic functions. Again, we're going to do the same thing and use order of operations. So we're going to plug, in this case, this comma equals x equals 4 just means that we're going to do f of 4. So we're going to replace all the x's with 4. And again, we cannot do 2 times 4 to get 8 and then square it. We have to do order of operations. So we have to do exponents before we multiply. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do 4 squared is 16. And actually, this is our separate term, so we can go ahead and do this one. And that's going to be 32. So once we put all these together, that's going to give us 21. So let's take a look at a few more problems from this module that students struggle with, and that is ordered pairs that satisfy the given equation. So this is missed on the test a lot because it's multiple select. And so what we're going to do is test each of these ordered pairs for validity. So we're going to see if they make true statements from this equation here. So first we're going to test the first ordered pair. So we're going to go ahead and plug in 5 for x, 2 for y, to see if this equals 11. And we get 6, and so we get 6 plus 5, which is 11. Since it is a true statement, it is selected. Next, we look at the next point, or ordered pair, and that's going to be 8 plus 3 times 1. and that's going to be also 11. Since we have a true statement, it's also going to get selected. Okay? This is not a multiple choice question. You have to select all. So we could be selecting all or none or just one of them or two of them. So in this case, we're going to do 0 plus 3 times 5. Does this equal to 11? And it does not. So this is false. So we're not going to choose this one. We're going to choose these two and not this one. Okay, so make sure you don't think this is a multiple choice. Multiple select. So the last question is about determining the equation from a graph. And so we want to keep in mind that we're looking for the simplest equation is y equals mx plus b, where this m is the slope, which is rise over run, and this right here is going to be the y-intercept. Okay, and it looks like this. So we can gather these two pieces of information from this, then we can easily get the answer. So the easiest one would be the y-intercept. Because the y-intercept, you just look for wherever it crosses, and it crosses right here. So there's your 0, 3, which means b is 3. And then we want to do the slope. So we have from this point to this point, we can go down 3, and we can go over 4. So if we go down 3, it's going to be minus 3 and 4. So our rise over run is going to be negative 3 over 4. So m equals negative 3/4. Therefore, our equation there then is going to be y equals negative 3/4 x plus 3.